Hi guys, what's going on? It's Adam here from CoAction and NRG. I am here today with the with Tommy and a few of the NRG guys. They're in their major series, and I've come along. So I'm doing a test stream, so you'll have to bear with. So I'll be changing some things. Let's get to it. So here we go. Here's Tommy in his NRG car, and he is just doing his qualifying laps at the moment. Oh. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Um, yeah, he's throwing everything at it and trying to climb the ladder. He's 14th at the moment. So like I say, you like our new look, by the way? We're just working on things, trying to get things ready for Sebring. It's our next major iRacing Enduro event, 12 hours at Sebring. Right now, this is just part of one of the side things we do. So this is going to be a test stream. You might see little things just moving here and there. But yeah, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the video, put some notifications on if you want to, because we don't like do regular things. We maybe should, I don't know. Tell me about it in the comments. And let us see what happens. Alright, I'm just going to let you enjoy what Tommy's up to.
Ah. Well, that's not what that fucking showing. Anyway.
There you go, yeah. Tommy P19.
Oh,
Brian Boozmo and the NRG boys P1, P4 Ed Shelley. Where's everyone else?
down P9.
Garen,
P3 for me
P11.
and mine.
Yeah. Are you in a different split?
Yeah.
Oh,
I took on P4 now.
Well done, John.
Go on, John. Gary and P16. So I'll try and get the stream to bounce around the different drivers. But yeah.
Cool. It's the fastest I've ever gone around there as well.
Yeah, same.
Great lap, Ed. Mad lap, Brian. Just disappear, bro.
Nice lap, Ed.
Thank you. I was on to go maybe a tenth or two quicker. Bloody hell, that would have got me way up there.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
really
And then
tight.
I
isn't it?
muffed the last corner.
How are you chaps?
What the fuck, man? Everyone fucking got past me.
Yep. We're all right, man. How are you?
Yeah,
I'm
not
alright.
too bad.
I didn't qualify, so I didn't end up in your split. I'm in split 2.
You're
How's
in
it?
it,
You
John.
with John.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I ran out of time really, just with well, yesterday's events.
Yes. The shit show that we call the 24.
Well, yeah, we were about to win it as well. Turns out you can just take people out and you'll win, and it's okay. So
Yeah, it seemed to be that sort of rate. Well, we wrecked our own race, didn't we, Cal? We're
got
fine.
in.
Yeah, we didn't prepare enough.
No, we didn't. No, we've been doing other, like you say. You
Booze
haven't
would
prepared for
just
this.
went quicker again. You prick.
Yeah, boy.
Get that coin, boom, boom. Coins, coins, coins.
How do you start these fucking things from a standstill? Do I have to? So how do you clutch
Second,
it?
yeah, second gear, and when the light goes green, floor it.
Oh right, okay, nice. Cheers, guys. I'm just doing this for participation really because I thought, well, I thought it'd be silly to just not do
Why?
it at all. I don't like this car. I'm not a fan, if I'm honest.
That's real great.
Why haven't I seen that Justin Kruidhoff in any session, and now he is like in second place?
Don't be worried, Bri.
You'd be alright.
You just run away.
Well, we'll see. I'm going fuel saving, so I don't know.
Yeah, Gary and Tom, if you're pushing, like you're not going to fuel save,
Mhm.
if you get to me, I will let you go on the straight at some point. All right.
I've just
Yeah.
topped my tank up.
Oh,
'cause
that's
I'm in
interesting.
traffic.
I didn't realise. So there's 2 options. You can fuel save for the whole race and not have to pit, or you
Yeah.
can just go for it.
You need to tyre save as well, not lock those fronts because they'll go down to 0.
How do you stop in the first corner without locking? It's insane.
Exactly.
You start
Wow.
braking really early.
Okay.
If you're odd
Jeez.
number, you are starting on the outside.
Okay.
Okay. Oh Jesus.
What's the rough field to add? Just so that I know.
17.
Okay, thanks.
All right, guys. Good luck. I'm going on mute the first few laps.
I'm going to
Good
mute
luck.
full stop.
Let's go, boys.
17.
Don't forget
Fine.
your good setup. Fuel,
Turn
race
your engine
setup.
off if you grid now.
Okay. We haven't gridded yet. Me and John.
See you on the other side, lads.
Good luck,
Yeah.
Jack. Well done.
Good
Good
luck,
luck to
guys.
everyone.
Good luck.
John, where are you at? Let's have a look, dude.
P4. Where did you
Oh,
qualify?
tidy. P1. So, second gear start. Are you doing the full fuel run, like the 112 litre?
I don't know. I've just loaded whatever setup was posted.
Same.
Yes, 112 litres. I'm going to
Yeah.
try the fuel save, but I really expect I'm going to have to go in the pits for a repair anyway. So, but
Likewise. Did we get a quick fix? Or
One last
just-
one last
one.
question. Can you put it into second gear without it's going to roll?
I don't know.
clutch and change to second should be able to do, I would have thought. But
Yeah, I'd do that. Sounds.
But what if you let the clutch in?
yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Don't forget to any fast repairs off, boys.
Oh yeah, Jesus. Do
There's
we need to
one-
take tyres, or is it just a case of if you make
No.
them last, you make them last?
You won't
Don't
laugh.
lock up too much, otherwise you will need to.
I am,
Okay.
It's getting
I am
otherwise
taking
it's getting
sides.
meatballed.
I'm crazy.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going for a full run finish.
Yeah. I'm nervous. I expected to qualify at the back.
No chance.
Remember, it's a long race, guys. Easy. Good luck.
I'm gonna mute myself for you boys.
Yeah.
Go, good luck.
Right, so we're focusing on Tommy. You can still come in the background.
Green flag, green flag.
He's the one in the green tyres. Just in front there as well. Goes a bit of a slow one on number 95. lost track already. I feel the need to chopper this one. There we go, that's better, isn't it? Up we go. Oh, spinning. Oh.
That didn't take long.
Mike gone nearly, isn't it? Tommy going around the outside. Go on, Tommy. Yeah. Good job, good job. Taking it well into this lot. My next step for my streaming is sorting out my camera first. That's all good. Go running around there quite nicely. Brilliant job. Nothing goes any distance. Oh, getting close. Fantastic move in. So he's up in P16. So then let's have a quick look around what the other guys are doing. So there's Brian Boomsma, NRG boss. Got a nice healthy 1.5 second head start already. Doing good. There's Ed Shelley. Backhand shot, the Swedish racer. So there's Ed Shelley. He's also chasing down the Swedish racer. Here's Gary. A little bit under pressure from Mikael Hagström. Really well to hold him off, keeping a nice rhythm. Team paints done by Erasmus Photography. Absolutely brilliant job there. Big shout out to our partners. We've got Modernised Racing, we've got Demon Tweaks, TSG Karting. Lots of love, shout out for them. And here's your boy Tommy. Oh, look at that. Just in time to watch him go to the inside. That was like perfect timing. Oh, and now he's got the other inside, so Tommy's going to look at it. Oh, the Swedish bringing it home and just really sneaking it in there. Stay around the outside. Oh, a little bit of a look there from Mike Gone. Tried to unsettle Tommy, it wasn't happening. Here's where the action's at, let's stick with Tommy. Close as you like, looking at the inside there. Oh, he's gone off track. He's managed to keep it together, he's keeping Gont behind him. Oh, no, Gont's looking up. It's alright, Tommy's got the line. Meanwhile, fighting behind will hopefully give Tommy a bit of space. Great movement. So now displays there, you can see the gains. Oh, excuse me. So Tommy's gained 2 places already. His best lap time, his last lap time was a 1:09. You can see the intervals. Oh, lots of dishing and dashing around. Great work there by Tommy to hide him up. Oh, more collisions behind. That's giving him a nice gap. Just going to talk to Tommy quickly.
Don't know how I got through that.
Mate, that was a brilliant move. You've got a 1.8 gap behind you now. So, yep. Amazing. That was an incredible drive. Well done. Oh, isn't this exciting? If you're watching this, make sure you drop a like, subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment, say hey, because otherwise I'm just sitting here like I'm talking to myself, so, you know, jump on, say hey. Got one racer in the pits at least. 1, 2, 2 and then one's just coming in. Superb racing. Now Tommy's got a little bit of a gap. Let's go to Ed, who seems to be locked in a little bit of battle. Ed Shelley, when he races in the Enduros, is LMP specialist. Having a look at the inside. Nope, backed out.
How's it looking out front, Sam?
All right, dude. All right, steady. Just looking after tyres and just following this geezer around. See what he does. He's just shredding his tyres because he thinks I'm trying to overtake him, but I'm just taking it steady. What happened to you?
Do you not see me? I launched it off from after overtaking you. Just didn't get the braking right. So
So you can hear those, Sam and John, who were in
another monster start.
Oh, is it? Oh, you jumped through. That's what I moved out of the way for. You got a monster start. Few positions to make up yet.
Yeah, I'm back to 10th now, from to the last to 10th.
Just enjoy the standard of these driving. It's crazy. Oh, bit of a lock up there from Ed. Right, Steam, I'm going to leave you to it for a little bit. Enjoy the racing. It's a CoAction stream, so I'm going to put it on Tommy. Let's hope he has a good race.
Stop blocking! Are you stupid or what?
Yeah.
Does damage impact tyre wear?
Yes. And fuel. Mainly aero-based stuff does.
Blue flag. Blue flag. Blue flags don't exist in the major series. What are you?
Oh, some of these guys are crazy.
Like I'm pitting in, you understand? Got it.
P4 in pits.
There's a new fix. Should be good.
Push to pass.
It's inside, mate. It's car right on your speaker.
Yeah, but diving like that is just stupid.
Oh man, really?
Back right.
We have.
Hello stream. Just going back and just doing a bit of play around, but I'm just going to relay your message, Rob.
Really struggling to fuel save.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm not really sure how we're supposed to be doing this. I'm about a lap short still. Maybe 2. 10 laps to go, and I've got 8.9, so I'm a lap short.
Tommy, I've got Rob on the stream. He says, nice move, Mr. Guest, for that last overtake.
Mate, a mad fucking overtake there.
Crew chief wants me to add 16 litres I've been doing the whole race fuel saving.
Crew chief is overcautious.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, but I'm not sure what else I can do, really.
Team, but when they
Just bear with me, stream. This is also a bit of a practice for me. Just getting stuff done.
We, like similar companies, had separate platforms to manage different parts.
had a 10-second lead.
Say or. What would the Aussies say? We need an Australian to sort of inform us here.
What would they say?
Bit of Marmite.
Vegemite. Vegemite. There you go.
Vegemite,
Bit of Vegemite. Yeah, that's what they would go.
Oh, some shrimp on a barbie.
There
There
we
we
second,
go.
we just pitted. Top split.
They probably do when they do this. I love this format that they do when it comes to.
Stuart Elder. Oh! Well, oh! Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Whoa,
I crashed in
whoa,
pit
whoa,
lane.
whoa, whoa.
Pit lane.
Oulton having to avoid somebody
Superb.
who's stuck in the pits.
Oh, I see
Oh,
them. That is.
Nicholas, he was stuck in the pits.
Oh, Eric,
Wow! And did he get pushed into there?
Don't know if you're there.
You know
but
what
that'd
he
be good to
did?
see.
Yeah, watch this replay back, ladies and gentlemen. He knows he's going to come into the pits right now, and he gets hit from behind. He goes in. Look at Ted. This is the racing line.
Oh! Well, yeah.
What's that, buddy?
He's a bit.
Oh,
he's in a really bad spot.
The
And then you can see.
oh,
Oh, don't move! Oh!
Yeah, I've got it on.
That is wow.
Yeah, that's probably why this track was made into a house.
Well, at least he managed to get back to his pit box and all due fairness there. So, but I think that's the end of his first race.
That was very good, wasn't it?
4 laps to go.
You think?
Do I think? Let me just have a quick think. Yeah, I think it's done. It's got no bonnet. Got a lot of damage on the back. Probably the fuel line's been busted open.
The one thing that we are noticing right now is that anybody who's able to make an all the distance, They probably have.
No, they can't. Hakan Shot's just gone into the pits.
Okay, well the international drivers could, so these guys definitely can.
So that puts Gary Batten into third, by the way.
Also, Boomsman has to come into the pits. He's fine. He's got a 28-second lead.
Does he do it? He's been able to save fuel at the moment. Now, will he come into the pit? This is going to be crucial. He'll be about to start lap 44.
We don't know until he actually does come into the pit.
Yeah, especially when we just saw what happened there with Camborne. So, Boomsman will start lap 44 of 46. Shelley will be the next car to look at. Will he go...
Also, if the fact that he's not pushing means that he's probably just using the slipstreams to fuel save. I mean, he's got 28 seconds in the bag. I mean, there's no point in him pushing, especially if the guy behind him is Shelley, who's also got 11 seconds to enter. I'm pretty sure the NRG boys just did a 1-2-3 without us looking. Yeah, they did. It is the NRG 1-2-3 right now.
That would be huge.
You fucking
As long as Gary Batten can do it as well, he does.
Fucking
Gary Batten's
died
almost
by
going to
10th
get
place.
lapped at this rate. He's 39
On the bridge.
seconds behind.
Yeah.
There are 6 cars on the
What
lead
a
lap, though.
fucking moron.
So that is one to keep eyes on, but Boomsma leading
Oh no,
the
guess
way.
what? Second
Hang on a
place is
minute.
caught up now. Dickhead.
Kucherov is... Okay, never mind. He's a pavilion. Ah, okay. Sorry, I thought it was going to be... I thought my brain was just thinking to myself, the top 6, just the 2 teams that we were saying were helter skelter. But no, Kucherov was just like, haha, pavilion car. Haha.
Krufov, yeah.
Get
Krufov
beard.
has
Get
HW.
beard.
You know, it's always good to see HW racing.
Look, if I'm going to be honest, his car looks like a beer. Like you know the Budweiser advertising.
Krufov.
Yeah, I know it's machine and tools. I mean, it says that underneath it, but like, I don't know why. It just the lettering reminds me of like a Budweiser. You know the 90s Budweiser logo.
Yeah, it gives me that touring car vibe.
Yeah,
that livery gives me the touring car vibe. If I'm brutally honest, which I think
it doesn't help. It doesn't help that it has the French flag on it.
What is it with people disliking the French?
Because it's the French flag.
Oh, by the way, Campbell did go out again. Campbell did go out, and he got around. He got over the bridge, and he towed because he spun the car.
He really is not having a good day today.
Well, white flag, Rob. It's white flag, and now Boomsma is going to make the no-stopper work. A lot of these drivers unable to do that. In fact, Vega must be hating himself right now, unable to make that work. Same with Alyson as well. But Boomsma has just let these 2 in front of him. That's Jan-Brony and Daniel Blomqvist. They're fighting for a position, by the way. And those 2 are just battling. Oh, this could be horrible if they cause a crash and it gets Boomsma. That could be horrible right now. All they've got to do is just stay alive. Can they stay alive while Boomsma comes down out of 9 into Foster's dip 7 and 8, sorry. Now into the Momo corner, apologies.
I mean, all he has to do is sit behind. They'll have to go behind him lap anyway.
But those 2 are going to be fighting very shortly anyway, regardless.
Yeah, that's fine. Boomsma, all he needs to do is sit behind, and honestly, he does it. No matter how you paint it, he is the winner of race 1 here at
yeah, 10th.
Our
nice
old friend Oulton Park.
Oh my god, you guys!
Next is going to be
no fucking. Is this? Oh my god!
You're joking me.
Fuck! Come on.
In 3rd.
Come on, boys.
Now we do
come
have
on.
actually drivers
Come on.
finished.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Is in 7th.
I'm waiting under the Yokohama Bridge for celebrations, gentlemen.
Oh my god. In 9th.
Come on.
10th, Tom Guest. 11th was Daniel.
Is this it? Everyone in?
Yeah.
Oh
my god, guys! I saw last lap. Let's see the standings, and I was like, what? How you guys in 2 and 3?
CoAction and NRG.
Yeah, baby.
NRG.
Tommy and Shane.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it when all those other guys.
Why did they just bid for fuel?
That
They crashed in the pits as well, so that was what really killed them.
Car 20.
No way.
5th. and Alexander.
Let's get the podium photo.
Six.
There you go, boys. Go for the podium. I shall. I'll back out. It's not me.
Okay, should I get into the pits or wait for you guys?
No, come round.
Come round.
No, don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm around. I'm around.
Coming round.
Where are you guys?
Bridge, man. Get it on the bridge.
On the bridge?
Oh,
the session.
Territory.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. 1, 2, 3.
First time I made the fuel work as well.
Yeah.
By NRG.
Wow.
P3 from me as well, boys.
Oh, good job. And Sam?
Go away and stick around.
I don't know. I think he ran out of fuel on the last lap. Or pitted before the last lap.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna go pee.
Yes,
I couldn't believe it when they pitted.
Get in, boys. Get in. Oh, why am I not in the team? I've got a top 10 as well. The points would be ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's only the top 3 drivers, so we can't get any more points than this.
You cannot get any more points than that. That's only half, though. That's only half the job, because it's half.
Yeah, but we need to change up the teams, because Jack is still in it. Well, he isn't driving at all.
I texted him during the week, and he said he might come back for Indy and Le Mans. So
okay.
We'll see.
Crazy.
Oh my god, great job, guys. I was astonished when I saw it.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
I really appreciated the radio silence though, like I was concentrating like hell.
Yeah, me too. I just couldn't talk. I just couldn't.
Oh.
I was like, damn, why are you guys 2 and 3? They must pitted.
Sam got P5 in the end.
Fucking ran out. I was half a lap short of fuel. Pissed me off. Fuel calc was telling me it was well within. I'm like, oh, brill, okay. Got to the last lap. No, it's not. Fuck, had to pit.
The problem is that it knows it's expecting you to carry on driving at that fuel saving, and so if I ended up having one extra lap of fuel.
Yeah, me too.
No, I had even worse. I had about fucking 30 litres. Crew chief fucked right up. He was telling me it was 10 minutes to go on the last lap.
I didn't feel.
Yeah, crew chief didn't work out. It was a lap race. It thought it was a timed race.
Yeah.
It's because of the way that it's been put in. It's been put in time first, or laps rather than laps or time.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, I hope Bubs is pleased that we managed to do that for him for his livery.
Yeah, it was a pretty decent race, all right, I think.
Is that the first 1, 2, 3, guys?
Yeah, because we were 1, 3, 4 at the first one.
Fucking hell, Sam! Watch that start of mine, and then I go and fuck it right up.
Thought you were in. I just gave you the space.
Yeah, Ed, what happened at the start?
Yeah, I just couldn't get it stopped. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, you two all, you 3 all went with no fuel, yeah?
Yep, we're the only ones.
Saying, was that a 1, 2, 3?
It is, yeah.
Oh my god. Hey. Hallo? Hey. Gezien? Ja, en we zijn 1, 2, 3. Ja, niet normaal. Makkelijk, ik had zelfs nog een extra ronde.
Ja?
Ja, ik had zoveel gesaved, want ik zag dat hun niet dichterbij kwamen, dus ik kon gewoon saven, ja. Dus ja.
Right, this time I'm going to refuel again because I'm killing my tires. Is it 104 to start? And how much should we top it up by? 17?
Correct.
Yeah.
Guys, the second gear start was OP. I already had a 2-second lead in the first corner.
Yeah, unfortunately, the guy in front of me got a bad start and I had nowhere to go, so I got really swamped.
Yeah, that's what I already
couldn't believe
thought.
it when it's like, how's that right in front of me?
Yeah. Oh, I was like, how was he right behind me?
What's the best way to fuel save around here then? Do we need to not be full throttle on the straight?
I'm not throttling going into the first corner. When the green starts on the right side,
lift off. That's what I've been lifting off there.
Yeah, lift off there, and then just when you have a bit of a dark spot on the left side before the curbs going into turn 3, that's where I lift. And then I was just watching the guy behind, so I lifted probably even more than normally because I saved another extra lap. So
I must have done 3 or 4 laps at the start full throttle. I think that's what killed it because the rest was heavy fuel saving. And I wasn't full throttle down the straight.
You need to start. Yeah, you need to do it from the start. If you didn't do the 3 first laps full, you would have probably.
Yeah, I did it from the very first lap, and I had 0.8 liters left at the end.
Oh, I definitely did it. And are you full throttling down the straight?
Yeah, same as what Brian said.
Here.
Okay,
still.
Right. Cool. I'll do it from race. I got a bit carried away because I didn't really realise I was going to start at the front. So I'll
Warsaw, part 2.
do it from the start this time. It definitely seems faster to do the fuel save. That guy lost 54 seconds in the pits.
That was. Do we have the results?
Question is now, these guys that were quicker and
we don't.
They probably know.
What are they going to do now? Are they going to try again to make it? Or
no, they probably know. But if they didn't practice it, it's shit as hell. Cause
exactly.
So we already. You guys are already in an advantage now that you guys start in front of them. So you can start fuel saving. And then from that point on, if they catch you or want to get past you, I mean, let them go. It will be tough for them if they haven't practiced fuel saving. So
Gary Thomas 12. Mike Gaunt.
I don't know why. If they're going to stop, they need to stop.
Michael Haxel 14. Thomas Siebenagel 15.
Give themselves time.
Sean Brown 16.
How many laps before the end did they stop then?
Jan Brony 18. 6. Eric Feek
6. So so they took a little bit less fuel, so the tires were in it.
Tommy Hellstrom
probably.
Second. Shane Norton.
That's what they did, I think.
Now their finishing result is where they will start the second race.
I mean, if they start with less fuel from the start already,
did a no-stopper, got to third, you're in a great position for the second race. If you're Daniel Blomqvist, who started 9th and finished 17th, well, you're in a bit of a recovery mode right now. But apart from...
They call it in the
business, but I mean, I just... In the beginning, I used to keep them at 2 seconds, and then when I saw they were slower, so if you see maybe they are even a bit slower, I don't know. Could you keep up with them in the race?
I couldn't.
Do you know?
Well,
I was
it's hard.
We lost.
It's hard to overtake, so just try to when you go into the first corner, stay a bit more on the left, and when you go into the third corner, stay a bit more on the right. Then they just really can't get past you. And if you're fuel saving and they are not even starting with enough fuel like they did this race, because otherwise you don't have to pit 6 laps. Then you pit at like 3.
I'm not sure we've quite got the pace that you do to make that work, Brian.
Well, Brian, you were 30 seconds ahead of us. That's insane.
Well, just keep them behind you as long as you can.
I don't think you need any help from us, Brian.
No, true. Guys, just drive your own race and
you'll be fine. In everyday life.
Guys, in turn 1, let's not be too tentative. Obviously, let's not bang doors, but let's not be softly because we're all there. Otherwise, they'll be up us and through us and hitting us and whatever. So, keep your lane, but you don't have to be tentative.
Yep.
All right, it's only 1 minute grid, not 2, so be ready.
Yep.
Copy.
All right, I'm going to mute again. Good luck, guys.
Overtakes. Good luck, boys.
Good luck, man.
Good luck, chaps.
Yeah, but Tom, you went from like P20 to 10?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It could have been top 8, maybe, but I banged it before I pitted.
Did you also save fuel?
Nope.
World Bush.
Oh, so
we
you
think about
pitted?
You, Murray? We think about
yeah,
you.
I pitted, but I pitted using the fast repair because I banged it and went down about a second and a half a lap.
Ladies,
there is a fast repair, yes.
It's one thing
well,
like
if you
that,
probably keep it clean, you will end up even higher now. Then.
Going around the humps and the bumps and the hills of Mount Panorama.
Oh, good luck, guys.
Just imagine you've got no control of the car and you're in the hands of somebody else going down Skyline. You can't see it.
To get to, I don't know if it's fueling up again correctly, probably.
Making sure I've got a setting.
I want to make a joke, yeah, but Brundle wasn't that fast, so it wasn't too bad.
Okay, well, look, listen, Brundle was all right. All right, he did have that thing with Tyrrell where they put lead shot in his car, and then they got disqualified. Okay, look, listen, I'm gonna argue about that until the cows come home. But we are gridding for race 2 for today's festivities, and it is going to be another start for the boys in NRG Toys, otherwise known as NRG. So they're going to be first.
Yeah, you can, by the way, shift to second gear without it's going to roll.
Christoph, Ollison, Wegert, Marin, Belval, Schutt, Guest,
luck,
Homer,
guys.
Thomas, Gaunt, Hagstrom, Silbernail, Brown, Blunkvist, Jan Brony,
you're doing some same again, fuel saving, are you?
Yeah, but from the start this time, I think.
Hellstrom, Norton, and
just the problem is when you're doing that fuel long save, you've got to brake later, or
I have no idea. All I know is that I'm the one that's
I don't know what target time I'm aiming for.
Going up.
Lads, ready.
Good luck, guys.
Oh no, no, they're already. Okay, it looks like they're already going. So here we
go.
Boom.
Off we
Yeah, they caught me off. Sorry, they caught me off guard. You can just see. By the way, there's. Where did more energy come from? Hello. Whoa! I'm having a moment right now, as we can just see. Everybody having a moment going into turn 2. That's going to be Edward Shelley of NRG fame, trying to not get overtaken by Alexander Olsen. Swedish flag and NRG Maui inspired livery going battling. I think that's how you say Maui. The native.
I know what you mean. I can't remember it myself. Brilliant start. Can we just put that fantastic start from Alexander? And he is on the front foot. Can anybody stop Brian is the question. The question might have an answer of no, but we'll wait and see.
Now we did have a few. Sorry, just interrupt. We did have actually had a few. It was a bit more lively that start this time around for the boys. Just because they kind of had a go already at the first race, so kind of knew what to expect. So they were a bit more edgy-bargy in the background. But as you can see, as we cross the line, it is going to be Boozma, Olsen, Shelley, Kurtiov, Aboriginal. Sorry. Okay, well I had the right idea. At the very least, I had the right idea. I just got the name wrong. Please don't hit me. I'm sorry.
Kurtiov making a move there. Now Vega's
Marin's pushing.
Marin's pushing. Also, somebody else pushing.
Tom Guest in the background. A bit of barge.
You going full on, John?
Against that's going to be the 101 of Hackett Schultz and
just going to try and scare this guy off the road.
The NRG boys and the Bright Esports boys really are going at it.
I want to also talk about 1 second. Nicholas Gambon made up 7 places on that first lap. He's lost a place at the moment. Shane Norton also making 7 places up, who's right behind him as well. So a good start by some of those guys who finished at the back of the field on that first race. Some really good going there for that 0-1 for Gambon. But these guys at the moment, it is NRG versus Bright as we saw it last race and as we continue to see this race. And Vega had to go to the pits. Yeah, Vega had a jump start. Vega had a jump start.
That's not going to be good for him. I think his race is already over because jump start. If he has to do a jump start, it's drive-through, isn't it? Or is it stop and hold?
I think it's a stop and hold. Yeah, he's coming into his pit box. It's definitely going to be a stop and hold there for Vega, and that is such a shame for the Bright driver.
That's usually punishing for something like that. Unfortunately, them's the rules. If you do a jump start, you get a massive slap on the wrist for it. And unfortunately, there's nothing he can do. And I'm sad to say, because of his stop and hold, he's already about to get lapped.
He's still in the he's still in the box.
It's a 30-second stop and hold if you jump start. I think it's 30 seconds. Yeah, it should be 30 seconds. Hellstrom actually has already. Did he just lose connection? I think he did. Yeah, look, Weggert's still in the pits. Look who's just passed him. Boomsma is passing him right now. So he's already been lapped just from jump start.
And that's just a shame. That Karen Myron, is he going to try and get this around the outside of the sweep? But he gets it around the outside. Yep. Shelley doesn't want to make that move at all, and Vega's right in front of him. Vega with very cold tyres. He's done 2 laps. He's just sat in the pit box for 30 seconds. That's not a lot of time to get those tyres heated, and they've definitely gotten cold as well. And he's now holding, I wouldn't say he's holding up if he has the pace with these drivers. He is that corking. Oh, he has a great definition there, the corking the bottle. Wish I came up with that myself. Kruhoff went fastest last lap with a 1:05.7. Still got a long way to go, though. Boomsma, only 1.6 second lead at the moment. Only. But we know how fast he can be.
But how are temperatures at there right now? You know, 32. So
32 Celsius.
Pretty samey sames. You know, compared to what we had earlier. So, realistically speaking, as long as Brian Boomsma does the exact same thing he did last race, he could be in with that legacy coin. That's all he needs to do is just do the exact same thing he did again. Now, it's not going to be guaranteed that he's going to win this race. I mean, Olsen is keeping up with him a good bit more lively. I think the Bright Esports guys have sort of woken up to the fact that Boomsma kind of has gotten a little bit of a knack for these guys. He was already 2/10 of a second quicker on that last lap compared to Olsen. But it is also down to all the guys can do behind him, and Kirchhoff is also, you know, within his right mind to also upset the apple cart. He is sort of the odd one out. He is the. I will say it's a very nice livery, but it just reminds me of Budweiser for some reason.
It reminds me of a touring car.
I might have jinxed them already. No, I didn't.
No. One thing I was going to say, though, we haven't touched on the current standings in the championship after 2 races, by the way, which sits at the fact that Gary Batten currently leading the championship by 12 points with 396 to Alexander Olsen with 384. Brian Boomsma was on 373. Now, imagine he got that first win. Regardless of where Alexander started, he finished 5th in that first race. He's now 2nd. He's already lost points. Brian gets a sweep here today. That's not just going to be the coin. That's going to be 2 wins on his record. He sits currently at the moment with 1 win. 3 wins would be big. For Alyssa would only get 2 top 5s. Same with Gary Batten when you look at it. So that's going to be crucial at this early stage of the championship that Boomsma can get a victory here. Especially when the next race will be some oval racing in the Lotus 79s at Phoenix Raceway. That will be one we'll tell you about later on in the race. So it's going to be very crucial if the likes of Boomsma can get a victory now when they can, just to soften the blow on what could be one of their weaker setups when it's Lotus 79s. An oval race, I mean, that just sounds cursed in itself, but they'll get away with it, surely.
I'm not letting you get away with that. That sounds exceptionally cursed. How dare you?
It's beautiful.
0-1 pitting this lap. 0-1 pitting.
Well, we'll talk about that later, and we'll talk about it when the time comes to it. There's a few battles brewing. The front of the field has gone very close. It's been like spread out a little.
Just at the front pack you're in.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to figure out fuel. Now, quite early on.
No.
Make sure I don't cock it up again.
He's in the pit.
Just on your pack though. They're not really moving anywhere. But they are driving aggressively, so they're not on the fuel stop. They're ruining everything.
Pit stop, but it looks like he's had a. Oh, yeah, he's coming for a pit stop. Now, what is that? That is a weird one.
He's up on the jacks. Is he actually taking a proper pit stop? Oh yeah, I just realized they could just a scheduled pit stop. I think he's just taking it very early. Like I was about to say, oh poor man, he really has not had the greatest day ever because he's had a very bad accident going into the pits on the race 1. I mean, the front end is I thought it said Aussie merch. No, it says Dizzy merch. But yeah, thank you for almost making me say AussieMerch.com in front of everybody in the world. But it says Dizzy. But it looks like Five Guys.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
gave me that idea.
It's the red lettering and the red for the lettering and then the checkerboard for the back. But enough of food.
Are you fuel saving, John?
The police.
Yeah.
Quite literally in this case, as Mike Gunt is in 11th. He's up 2 positions, chasing down Tom Guest of NRG. Now, I will say, what does that say on the HUD?
Are you on about the police HUD? I think that's like the number you would call in an emergency for the police in whatever area that is. And
I thought the last letter was 9, and I was about to be like, I was about to scold Mike Gunt. We're just saying 369.
It's 365 actually.
Yeah, it is 365. Yeah.
He done a little battle with
Also,
Tom
no.
Guest.
Also on the inside goes Mike Gunt. He's just there at his door, coming on the inside, going past for lap 9. He will have it, and might have the better. Yes, he will have the better line going into turn 2, then into 3, but still locking up that inside rear left. That's a very popular car to lock up for these guys. I think everybody's sort of circling. Oh, getting the car stopped. It is the front brakes. Like a lot of these guys are having issues getting the front brakes in check.
Maybe it's time to start thinking. I'm pretty sure they do have brake bias adjustments. There might be a time to start thinking about trying to do some on-the-fly brake bias adjustments if they've got that ability.
Oh,
and he's just gone off. What's gone off? He's understeered that. He has understeered that completely. But Tom Guest can't really make a move there, especially around there going into.
Well, you can try.
Pit.
You can still try though. Mike Gunt will have the slowdown though. I'm not
Sorry,
sure
Dan, I got caught out there when you had that wobble.
More than likely have served it by now because of the amount of time he would have lost rejoining this track. But it is all down to what he can do with what he has got on hand. Now, coming back towards the front a bit, we do have a 3-way between Garen Batten,
Cheers, dude. Thank you.
and Daniel Homer. I thought that said Holden for a second. I was like, oh, look at that! It's a Holden driving the Holden Commodore. But unfortunately, it's not meant to be. Okay, it's a Homer driving a Holden Commodore. How about that? It's close enough. The Right Esports versus what is it? Dogbear. Sorry, Dogbear Esports, and Garen Batten driving for NRG. In the very beautifully done Aboriginal artwork. And yeah, I think that wins livery today for me is the Aboriginal stuff. We're very well done. I would actually just drive that unironically, like it looks that good. Coming down for lap 11, just crossing over the line was just Brian Boozman in P1, 2 seconds ahead of Alexander Olsen. And these are the boys that you need to look at right now. It's sort of where Batten needs to start going back forwards. He finished 3rd in Heat 1. He's already lost 2 positions and gone down to 6th, as has Edward Shelley. The two of them sort of were tying up that front row, and they didn't have the greatest starts. And then, well, you can see the fruit of it is now Pavilion. So machines and tools, followed by a bright day with
or a light bulb.
Or a light bulb. Yeah, a light bulb, and then very nice Aboriginal art. So they're machining a light to shine brightly on Aboriginal art. There you go. That's my joke of the day.
Ah, God. Oh. I don't think I could do it any worse. I will say though, it's interesting. We talk about how Shelley and Batten, they've gone down the order, and they have. But remember, they did a no stopper. Only like literally count on my hand the number of the number of guys and girls that did a 0 stopper, and they were one of them, both of them. So yeah, but they're losing time. The
issue
they got a lap car in front of us. Yes, but they can fuel save.
The issue is though with that, it's the flip side of that. Is that it's like, oh sorry, just a bit of a battle here. That's Daniel Homer going for the overtake on Claude. And Claude unfortunately has to yield. He's not got the inside line into the crucial turn 5 for the pinch. Going back to my point though, it's what's the big word I'm looking for? The word I'm looking for is
I'm not psychic. No. As soon as, like, you know the way that all the F1 teams really try their hardest to, like, wait until the last second before they break cover with their actual, like, bodywork panels and stuff like that. Yeah, concealing.
But I mean, like, as soon as Boomsma and the NRG boys sort of let the cat out of the bag, everybody can see how they've done it, and then just copy them.
Where are you at with your fuel, John? If you get
Can they?
No rush.
Let's be brutally honest, can they? Because you try and tell somebody in the middle of a race, hey, by the way, you can do this if you start fuel saving. You've been practicing what to do the track one way, and now all of a sudden you've got to do it a different way if you want to be successful. I've had this issue in endurance racing recently. Jumped into a race and oh, by the way, it'd be best if we could go in at +1 if we do a little bit of fuel saving. And I do a little bit of fuel saving, and I'm like, can't do it. And then you got guys doing +2 on the fuel stint.
Same.
If you train one way, it's going to be hard to do it a different way. Yeah. Okay.
I mean most drivers should be able to at least do like
slowing down. That's not on.
A delta +1.
Yes, but we're not talking a delta +1 here, Rob. We're talking like a delta +3. You know,
yeah, but I mean, like, the fact that it's even possible in the first place. I mean,
yeah, but you're allowed now.
It's my main point is that the fact that they're able to do it in the first place, and the fact that they were so far ahead of everybody else, it was sort of like a done deal that nobody else did. You know what I mean? Now, if somebody else were to do it, like,
you do?
Oh, sorry, we do have an accident. That's going to be Claude Belleville and Gary Batten. Two of them.
Is he holding them up? That Alexander guy?
He's holding me up, and we're in front of a big queue.
This is a bit back.
Still?
We're down into
No, I got past him, but Garen's still behind.
Not this one, but turn 3. There was an accident between himself and...
I can block that Oulton guy if I want to.
With a little bit of argy between
He is just holding you guys up for him.
It was indeed the 101 of Hagenschut.
That's what I didn't hear the last
incorrect there on that assumption. But just a little bit of a tipsy-turny on the inside
Yeah,
there.
he's just stalling.
Fortunately, if you close the door, there's not much you can do if the door is still, present.
And that's the second time we've seen that today, with somebody going for a move into turn 3, the shell corner, and it's not paid off. It's somebody just doing a late move. But you can see, with that little mini straight you got between turn 2 and turn 3, some drivers are thinking, yeah, okay. And I'll tell you one thing I'm really intrigued at here at the moment, Rob. Edward Shelley had to fight to get past Alexander Vega. Daniel Holmer gets let by Alexander Vega. I'm not saying team orders, but it does help to have a teammate here, because all of a sudden Vega now has Gary Batten behind him, who's an NRG guy, and I'm just saying, I don't think he's going to make it easy. Not calling him out for team orders, he's got every right to do that. He's allowed to race what he wants. It's not mandatory to pull over to one side. I'm just saying, he knows where his friends are, and he knows where the other teams are. But in respect, if you're going to let him by, yeah, he taps on the brakes. Well done. I think he may have heard me there. I was not trying to call him out, but it was very interesting. It was very interesting that Shelley had to fight to get past Vega, and Vega just let Holmer and Batten through.
Well, I mean,
is this Drive to Survive? Can we start making some fake drives?
It is Drive to Survive. Yeah. We'll make our own series. Drive full stop. That's it, because we already know they're driving to survive.
The Major Drive? I don't know.
The Major Drive.
That might be the name of the one they're doing for golf. They're doing one for golf and they can't really use Drive to Survive. That's going to be brilliant. What do they use? Well, we can't use Drive because everybody else, F1's done it, but we want to keep an eye out for. No,
guys behind me are definitely not feel safe.
I think he realised he had the pace, but then once that pace dropped off, he just decided it was best to just go to one side. And that's the case of Shelley, Holmer, Batten.
Number 2 and 3 are probably getting in a fight, and I think
Holmer's going to be able to make a move. We haven't seen a lot of moves full stop on this track today. It's mainly been drivers making mistakes, and most of the moves, as Rob predicted, was down here at turn 2, and Homer trying to take a different line, but the over-under just not working here. But Shelley is going to defend this just to be on the safe side, and that may have compromised him, actually.
The track
they both lock up.
I don't think the track is wide enough. I'd say it again, it's quite the narrow track. It's more like a... it's very street track in nature, width of it. But the fact that it's like got circuit-like features, it's got a lot more elevation. It's equivalent of like Donington, for instance, but Donington actually has width to it. Like Donington even today is a really great track to drive. It's a bit of an annoyance sometimes to overtake, especially in Sector 1. But you can still do it if you're brave enough. Here it's more like, even if you are brave enough, it's probably not going to even be possible.
Roundhoff is definitely pushing Oulton to use
Yeah, I was going to say, reminder, this was originally penciled in as Sandown, but Sandown only just recently coming out meant it was impossible for majors to hold the race there, so they decided to come here. And I got to be brutally honest, I'm glad they've come here to Oulton Park. I think this separates the men from the boys, and the women from the girls, because it really is just one of the. It really is just that type of racing.
I think what you were thinking of was the wheat from the chaff.
I was going to say, it makes. I like narrow racetracks because it does test you. It tests your ability of patience. It tests your ability to make the moves. It tests your ability to make safe moves. I really do enjoy this, and it also just goes into you've got to be fast, you've got to be safe. So that's why you see the likes of Brian Boomsby just going ahead of everybody. Meanwhile, Ellison and Kruhov are just holding on to him. But it's just one of those things, and I love these type of tracks. That's why you and I will both say we both like Donington.
I mean, I like Donington for different reasons, though. This is actually a good track that's tough. Tough does not necessarily mean that it's a good track, though. At least for me.
This is a tough track. This is a tough track.
It's a tough track, but it's not a very good one. I mean, it's good-ish. Like, it's good to drive on, but to actually do battles, it's like you're stuffed. Like, I mean, you can't really. I mean,
drive some masses around here. Drive something slower around.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm talking about cars that actually are designed for racing, not your mate Jezza.
That Mazda is designed to race. Have you not seen the Mazda MX-5 series that supports IMSA?
Okay,
and other American.
Okay, look,
series?
you know what I meant. I'm more talking about more like proper design, like cars like these. Like, I'm talking about, like, anything that is, like, a GT3 crossover up car. GT4 doesn't count, because it has the, what's it called? Which GT4 car is one I hate?
Which GT4 crossover
all of them at this point. Just get to GT3, or don't get there at all. Go back to GT Cup if you want so.
GT Cup. Oh, you've just upset a lot of people who are preparing to do Nürburgring in a GT4. But oh well. I was going to do that.
Supercars aren't designed to race. If they had, they would have proper. Now, that is true. But at the very same time, they are still infinitely more raceable than a lot of other classes. But it's tracks like these where it doesn't lean into the strengths of the supercar. Like, as crazy as this may sound, Bathurst leans into the strength of the supercar. It's actually.
But it was designed for supercars.
No,
it's like saying
you're not
listening to me.
You're not listening to me. You know, you're not listening to what you're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm talking about the strengths. It's all well and good that it's designed for you, but you can design, like, you can design something for a multitude of reasons. But if you get the multitude of reasons wrong, like if you get it for the wrong reasons, like, oh, I designed a track based on the fact that you can't stop a V8 supercar. You'd be driving an oval, and all of us would be crying because that's.
Oh, what, Monza?
Yeah, like, I mean, like, you know.
I want to see this now. I want to see this. I want to see.
Okay, no, I don't. I don't. Because I love this kind of, you know, track racing, but not at Oulton Park. I think Oulton Park was
Are they all fuel saving with you, John?
The car moved away from the capabilities of the track, you know.
I'm on my own.
But Bathurst
P1's ahead because we're going through the lockout.
Yeah, it's been going for what? 40 years?
Trying to save fuel, but then I
More.
got to accelerate to overtake.
50?
John.
More.
60?
More.
Okay, I'm probably going to say 70 or 80.
I'm going to say 70 at the top of my head. It might be 60. It might be between those two. But you get the idea. It has... But at the same time, Bathurst is a street circuit, per se. You've got to remember that. You know, the mountain is a road track. It is a street.
Yeah, but at the very least, there's a reason why the mountain is called a mountain. It's like...
Yeah.
You know, it's a unique feature of the track, and it wouldn't be Bathurst without it. But at the very same time, there's still two very big major overtaking spots at the opposite ends of the track. Now, are they on the mountain? No, not at all. If you make an overtake on the mountain, you've got bigger bravery skulls than I do. Well,
I've seen more. I've seen a lot of overtakes at Skyline. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay. Well, at Skyline is possible. But I would.
That's at the mountain.
I personally would.
Yeah.
But here, at least it's possible. Here, it's almost close to not, like, as we're seeing right now, like, there's not been narrow overtaking in the last 4 or 5 laps. So, not because these drivers are, like, sitting at a standstill and just want to sit behind each other. Far from it. These guys are pushing real hard. Like, the top 3 are all within, like, 5/100ths of each other in terms of pace at the moment.
I'm matching that.
It's just that the cars themselves and the track don't really mesh well together.
Yeah, they really should have stayed at blue flags here.
Designed with these V8s in mind. Like, I mean,
I take it we don't. The back markers aren't told to move.
As well around Road America.
We got blue flag, but the series rules are you don't have
how. It does.
Okay. Weird one, Road America. I mean. But we're not.
Bear that in mind when this guy's next time trying to get past me.
Overtaking opportunity because it was built with the width in mind. It's one of those old tracks. In fact, it's never been altered. The only alteration was to put a chicane in for motorbike racing and then make the pit lane just a little bit safer by having it a little bit of a longer entry.
Hang on.
Your microphone's really messed up, by the way, John.
It's got me front on.
Not in terms of the design of the track. Like adding or subtracting stuff off the track. Road America hasn't had that ever. But again, that was designed. It wasn't future-proof. It was just they just made it wide enough. Tracks like this weren't made wide enough. These were back in the old days. Like I said, this opened in '62. They were still driving like little Ford Cortina style cars back then.
You also have to remember that these cars.
Oh no, I agree. I've only just realised that. Apparently you don't have to move out the way for people.
The way that you're describing it, right, is in my head I'm just thinking to myself, he's probably describing like the cars are like twice as wide. It's like that's not really it either, Chief. I can't believe I just said that.
I think it's more the speed.
Now
difference
he's just blocking.
well.
There's a big difference.
You know what I mean?
Lost it anyway.
These cars are very fast. These cars are faster now. So when you had the slower cars, the width didn't matter because you could take it too wide with a little bit, with no problem. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not saying they were more fearless, but you know, the safety standard and everything back there. But you had that speed difference. That's why I was saying take a Mazda around here because it's slower, and you can do it around here because it's slower. So all of a sudden these narrow straights, not here at the start-finish straights, the widest thing on the track. These narrow straights, once you get down here, you see, they all of a sudden they start to widen up the slower the car goes. So back in the old days, like I said, when it opened up in '62, yeah, it probably was good racing because you had that ability. But as the cars evolved.
Yeah,
it's too fast to do anything. That's what I'm trying to get at there, is, and especially when you realize this track, like look at the undulations, look at the hill climbing here. It's not possible to make a track wider, especially when
okay, no, that's not correct. I think you can make a track wider. It just depends on the cost and.
Okay, yeah, because of the cost.
Oh
yeah.
Well. I do say that the lack of width of the track did cost Mike Gaunt just there. Now that's a slick move. Mike Gaunt going a bit wide, coming through the S's on turn 8 and 9, and then having to take evasive action as the car was kind of try to regain his composure. That's the car number 4, the Mr. Police car. Being chased by Daniel Blomqvist, car number 13 there on your screens. The Bright Esports cars still try and do their bit. I will say, like, I don't know if there's ever like a comparison, but I'm pretty sure, like, you know, I think it's about 30 to 40% wider is the metric between cars of the 60s versus cars of now. But it also depends on which car you take into consideration, because some American muscle cars were exceptionally wide and exceptionally long, just because American designers were just like,
yeah, number 3 has pitted.
Sorry, just saying, Blomqvist still looking on the inside, coming into the S, or to the S's, then into the chicane. He's backed out though.
Backed out. By the way, Justin Kruphoff had pitted.
I can hold up number 2.
He's pitted.
Yeah, he was one of the ones that pitted the last time around. I don't think he was able to.
Don't know if he's gonna pit.
Convert, or I don't think he's able to do what everybody else.
Better play it safe for now.
Is looking to do now. I think. See, the problem is, right, if Boomsma stays, because
it's a shame that Tom just got behind him.
He's doing exceptionally fine. So he's either running very little aero, which is a possibility. I mean, he could just be running an extremely slick car, making it up on the straights.
You also got new tires.
Yeah, we're
interesting.
We're gonna have to time it. I'm gonna have to speed trap him.
But that says a lot, though. Rob. That Boomsma, Olsen, and Kruphoff are going the exact same pace. Boomsma doesn't need to pit. That says quite a lot to me.
Yeah, but how would you get the car set up to do that, though? Because, like, in my mind, it's the only way that I can really make it. I can keep the same pace while also like
I can't hear my English touch turned down really low.
Completely change, like how, or like braking zones and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I'm actually curious to listen in here, and I think it is a lot of lifting for Boomsma. I'm just riding my stealth cockpit just to see what I can hear, and it does to me sound a lot of lifting. Yeah, just there. That's either a case of lifting or extending your braking points. If you extend your braking points, you're off the throttle, and that's what it feels like to me. Just taking a little bit longer on the braking. Maybe that's helping him out a little bit there. It's probably just what he's after. He is slowly pulling away from Olsen, but they have been matching a lot of time.
I think for Boomsma, what he relies on is, especially through here, where you would actually like put the you would feather the throttle through some of these corners. I think what he's doing is overspeeding very slightly, and then letting go with the throttle all the way through, which theoretically should help him just an ever so slightly, but he'd need to be doing that all throughout the whole race to even save any amount of fuel. But I think he's just he's being superior with how
5 over the bridge.
He's thinking in terms of braking and acceleration.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I go with that as well. It does go to show you, because Kruphoff just went purple for 105.6. And again, he's in 13th place after that pit stop. He's 45 seconds behind. In fact, Karen Marin just comes into the pits now himself. He was on decent pace, albeit 15 seconds behind Boomsma. Well. And he's been unable to hold on to that. So, again, just gives you an idea when you look at some of these drivers. The NRG guys that are 1, 2, 3, they were the only guys not to pit.
And theoretically, sorry, just cut across you, sorry again, but
I can't really tell if he is fuel saving or not, the number 2.
Olsen?
Yeah, he's staying closer to me now than he did last race, and he still pitted last race.
Even if the next
so my guess is that he is pushing more than he did.
car that's NRG.
I think he's about my pace when he's pushing. So I reckon it's
23. I think 23. Yeah.
So Kareem went in
Shelley.
as well.
Yes. We said that, like I said,
nice. So
Shelley and Batten, they both lost out at the start of the race. And Batten, he started third, and he's currently P5. You can see on the timing tower there, the number 10. But they fuel saved. They all fuel saved. And Gary Batten, like we were saying, if I recall right, Gary Batten started 11th in the first race and made it to third just by fuel saving. And if the NRG boys have done this, they've really caught on here. Problem is, like, you've also got to think they do support races the weekend before, almost like a tune-up race. None of the drivers were.
I'm going so slow now. I'm only doing 2.3 liters a lap.
Thought if one of these drivers from NRG or another driver could have done a bit of fuel saving, that maybe we would have seen it
closer.
And maybe they could have spent the week developing that, but no one's been able to. This is just really good going by NRG itself, not just Brian Boomsma. His pace is phenomenal while saving the fuel, but the whole NRG team, that's just fantastic to see that they've been able to develop the strategy, and it's paying off for them. Because for team championship, that's going to be huge if they get another 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. I think for all of them to sort of reconcile where they're going to be positioned. Now, it's just coming up to laps to go. So I'm more looking at Boomsma and seeing if he has done it again. It looks like he has, because he isn't slowing down whatever. I mean, he didn't really slow down that much either. I mean, again, the only thing I'm thinking of is that Boomsma has done something. He's got some trick setup that he has where he can. He's a bit like what the R18 did. Now, R18 back in the day, if you set the suspension to be exceptionally bouncy, so that or not exceptionally soft, so at high speeds you could the car would essentially do a CLK, but safely. You could gain speeds fast in 6th gear.
It reminds me as well, they just patched it out on iRacing. The Dallara LMP2, you could clutch to save fuel.
Yeah, disengage the engine, yeah.
But it didn't disengage the engine.
What? What do you mean?
That's what sorry, disengage the engine, but it still kept the speed. And that was one of the reasons. That was why, like I said, when I was talking about, I was doing an endurance race and some guys were going +2. Yeah, the leaders won the race because they were going +2, because they were able to keep the speed up by doing the same lap times they'd be doing with a normal fuel save, but because they're clutching, they're saving more time. And thank you iRacing for patching that. I didn't know about it until they got rid of it, and then when I saw it, I was like, oh, that makes sense. And now I know how everyone's doing things. So that was a thing. I don't think you can do that nowadays on other cars, but a car like this, maybe. For how old it is, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it still won't beat Coanda Esports going, what, 370 kilometers an hour in an Audi?
Oh no, they didn't, did they? No one beat Coanda, did they? Coanda developed the high speed, didn't they? They found something.
I think, yeah, they found something. I can't remember what it was. I remember
they were doing 340, I want to say.
No, they were doing much faster than that.
Oh, it was 360, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like 360, 370 or something like that. Like something ridiculous. Like
in an Audi.
Yeah.
Down the Oliveras, otherwise known as the Mulsanne Straight.
Yeah, by the way,
and they were able to do that.
Shane Norton. What can happen if you get stuck catching the grass on the exit of the turn or on the apex of the turn? Also, I will say the V8 supercars, they may be a shipping container, but they're at least steerable. I do not like GT4s because they feel like I'm driving a whole.
Yeah, dude.
I did one endurance race with them. That was about enough, and that was for charity. That was the only reason I drove them.
For charity. I would love to drive something with a bit of speed for charity instead of being driving a Ford Mustang. Just letting you know.
What do you mean? Ford Mustang is it's a little rocket ship. Like,
oh no, it's brilliant! It's brilliant when the other two cars are a Kia and an HPD. It's brilliant.
He's going really slow now. Number 2 guy.
Are you being sarcastic?
Can you tell?
Why is that not a good pairing?
For those wondering, we're talking about a charity race from last November. There's 9 Ford Mustangs. There's 20 HPDs on a track where the lap time for the HPDs is 1 minute 10.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I can see the problem.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. It was an eventful 24 hours. Let's put it like that. Anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still better than having to deal with, we're dealing with a lapped car. That's the car number 3. That's
Sean Brown.
It's Mr. Brown. He's unlapping himself.
I mean, if he's got the speed, he's got the speed, and he's doing that.
Yeah, he is on a bit of a charge right now.
And Edward Shelley is probably in a fuel safe mode, so he wouldn't really care because Sean Brown's pitted.
Shelley was the one that was overtaken. It was
I know, but Shelley's up ahead. Shelley's up ahead. So if Brown wants to go on this warpath or on this pace, just going flat out, then
a perfect time to let him by would be out of final turn. Actually, he'd have made it if he's on the tear. He'd have made it by then.
He's just going to be careful not to lose time to Daniel. To Daniel Holmer. Holmer's starting to close that gap up, and Shelley taking the final corner very slow.
No, he's going to let him for another lap, I think, because I don't think Brown's kind of in that position as of yet.
Well, we have 8 cars still on the no-stopper! John Brown almost gets into the back of Shelley and gets around Shane Norton. That's a position battle there with Shane Norton. That was going to be a bit hard. Free to not go.
I am pretty sure.
And there he goes. Brown's gone by.
Sorry, I do actually want to see a replay of what just happened because the same thing actually happened. If you look at the dynamic view, this is actually a replay from Shane Norton's perspective. He's actually coming out of the pits, and the action's actually coming, just screaming towards him. He's coming out at a bit of speed. Now watch your screens. Don't blink, because 2 screaming cars are about to come by. There you go. And there's a reason why there is a huge lockup from the car number 3 of Brown. He wanted to go around the outside. He's on the tear, but there's a car coming out of the pits, and that's how close it is, how little room you have on this track.
Well, because of that, though, especially with Shelley having let Brown through there, Shelley's lost time. He's lost time here, and he's got Daniel Holmer now catching up to him. The gap has gone down to half a second between those two, with 9 laps to go. Maybe Holmer can do the no-stopper. Maybe he can put a little, just put a little.
Blomqvist's gone off as well.
Blomqvist off as well.
Blomqvist has lost 2 positions. He's gone off. Gone off in the same turn. Oh, that's going to be a bit of a squeeze there, and that's another position. That's 3. Kruthoff is actually also on a bit of a tear himself. He's actually, he was one of the people that actually had one of the longer stops actually. So I think he put on tires and fuel, and he's just going helter-skelter right now.
Yeah.
So having said that, Boomsma just did a 105.
105.8 while fuel saving.
If he somehow manages to
cheers, Gary.
To get the W while also doing a 105. Hats off to him, and B, I'd like to know how the hell he did it.
Well, we're going to ask him. He'll probably come in after the race, and we're going to have to ask him because this is just unreal. Especially when you realise that I don't think many drivers thought this was doable. So a lot of them pitted, and then the NRG guys came out and said, No, you can do it and just completely flip the script of today's race. So it's going to be very interesting with 8 laps to go if Brian can do that. There's a spinner up ahead. It's Sean Brown. Sean Brown's had a little bit of a spin on the track, and he's held up Edward Shelley. And every time Edward Shelley tries to get away from Daniel Holmer, something happens, and now Holmer is getting held up by Sean Brown. It's all going on here. This battle for P3 and P4. On the timing tower, it's 1.5 seconds almost. But that doesn't tell you the story at the moment between Shelley and Holmer. It's basically going to be interesting because, again, Sean Brown will have a bit of a run here. I think Edward Shelley will just let him by. There's Brian Boomsma coming by. He did a 106.9 last time by. And yeah, Sean Brown is making the overtake, the unlap. Well, you're seeing that. There it is. There he is. Has locked up, but wow, that was so close. And again, holds up Shelley. Holmer's back in play. And more locking up the brakes. I think Sean Brown's trying to send smoke signals right now to Edward Shelley. I think that's what it looks like. He's saying, there's another smoke. He's saying, look out. Car behind you. Still there. Look out. And I think Shelley's almost going to run into the back of Brown here. It's looking that way.
According to Stuart Elder, you can still clutch the GT3.
Thanks, Stuart. I know what I'm doing for the Nürburgring. Thank you.
Oh, you're driving
yeah.
You madman.
Well, I thought about the GT4. But,
no. It's either GT3 or a bus.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
And this is interesting here.
Yeah, it is.
A little bit of bump drafting here from the 13.
Yeah. Blunkfist and Eric
Fiek, big time by 2 cars.
They are both, I think, attempting to catch back up to Justin, who's just running away. But Justin is teammates with Fiek, and I think Fiek is wanting to actually finish this race. 6 laps to go. Genie Mac, that's gone by very quickly. Very enjoyable. It's 2 sets of races, by the way, and very well done to the Euro Sportsman split for having, well, A, 2 very clean races. And B, 2 very entertaining races. Although, the track might not be my cup of tea, unfortunately.
No, it is, I wouldn't say it's Marmite because they say they use Vegemite in
either love it or hate it.
It's a love it or hate it type thing. And it has provided, like I said, a lot of testing conditions here for some of these drivers. Just especially with the supercars. They're not cars with bolted on aero. They're not cars that can just take a few corners flat or, you know, you've got to lift around some of these corners. It's very fun to watch these guys do what they can around here. So with 5 laps to go. By the way, Blomqvist is trying to get by Eric Fiek. We may see it very shortly. He's got side by side with Eric Fiek, and Eric Fiek will fight this battle. This is going to be interesting. Eric Fiek still fighting this down into turn 1 and finally gives it up. So Blomqvist making moves himself as he goes up into P8, sorry, because Eric Fiek's just made a mistake. I think Eric Fiek trying to fight that battle did he get tapped? Nope. He put too much throttle down and Eric Fiek went around. Continue to watch this with the 79 of Holmer. Daniel Holmer there. He has Shane Norton lap car behind him and Edward Shelley is in front. I am curious if these Bright Esports drivers, or I'm probably saying their team name wrong. It is Bright Esports. If a listen has finally managed to get the fuel saving, he is losing a bit of time though. He's a second slower than Boomsman that last lap.
I think Oulton is actually starting to fuel save quite a bit better.
Would not surprise me in the slightest, especially with 4 laps to go. Because let's be brutally honest, he's 22 seconds ahead of Edward Shelley. He doesn't even need to push. He could start losing more than a second a lap and he'd be fine. At the moment, with 4 laps to go, he could be losing 5 seconds a lap and still be fine. So that just gives you an idea. I think Eric Fiek's had another moment out there.
Oh no, poor Eric Fiek, where did he go? Oh, there he is.
He's all right. He is all right. He did have that spin earlier, a couple laps ago, coming out of turn 2. But apart from that,
blocking is unreal.
Yeah, Sim Racer 59 kind of just
doesn't matter if they're on the same team.
I have said it twice before.
Actively blocking is ridiculous.
Let's go for the third one where it's there's a reason why they tend to distract to a housing project. Unfortunately, realistically speaking, it's entertaining.
You're really broken,
if
Joel.
You like
Sorry,
going
buddy.
around by yourself. It's a race.
You can protest blocking.
A lot of cars.
Okay, I think I might do it because you just kept moving in whatever direction I moved in.
At the start-finish line?
Kind
Sorry.
of hoping I'd hit him really, just to prove a point, but I didn't.
They've just come together on the start-finish line.
Still do.
Look.
Whoa, what has happened there?
I can shoot, bearing the brunt of the damage, it seems. What happened? Oh! Oh! Oh, I can tell you exactly what happened. Yeah, I can tell you exactly what happened. Guess who wanted to come into the pits, but then forgot? You know, he didn't need to.
Is it the 101 by any chance?
It's the 101 of Hack and Shot. See, there he is. He wanted to come for the pits, missed it. But he's on the racing line.
It's career all over again, Rob. It's the Korean Grand Prix all over again.
Where's Hack and Shot gone? Where did he go? Oh, he might have been in it. Oh, he missed the pit, so he's having to clutch in. He can't make it.
Oh.
He has to come to the pits. And also, he's got no boot.
Yeah, that is, again, not a very safe
Yeah,
pick.
that's one... Well, I mean, there's not much you can do. The pits are right there.
But he will be seeing the white flag regardless, because Brian Boomsma
Number
is about
10
to
is
take the
spinning
white flag. He will take
for
the
fuel.
final time. And also, give you an idea, we have 7 drivers who've been able to no-stop this race, compared to the 3 or 4 we had last time around.
See, will be able to open. Oh no, Oulton can't.
No way.
He has to pit on the final lap. My prediction. My prediction. Now we see Holmer. Can he make it to the end? Or has he gone way too far? Holmer is the only one out of the group for Bright who was able to hold on and keep up.
And this is
huge. No,
Blomqvist
is still one. Is he coming to the pits?
Yeah.
Blomqvist, no. Blomqvist is still crossing. Okay, so.
This is huge, Rob. This is huge because Bright Esports had 76 point advantage in the team championship to NRG. NRG took a 1-2-3 last time around. Brian Boomsma is going to lead it off and get a back-to-back victory. He sweeps the championship race today. Both wins to Boomsma. Brilliant. Edward Shelley will be coming behind him. He's still halfway around the track. NRG is going to get a 1-2-3 in the first race. And if Shelley can hold off the late surge by Daniel Holmer, it will be a 1-2 for NRG. Brilliant display by the drivers today. We'll wait and see. Edward Shelley just hold off there. There's Edward Shelley Holmer. I think he's having to start to clutch it a little bit as well. Shelley will get that P2. He gets 2 P2s today as well. Brilliant from Shelley. And there it is. Holmer will take that P3. Brilliant racing there. The NRG boys all together. Garrett Basson's going to come home in 4th.
That means, guys, we're 1, 2, 3 in the points.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, pits up really did him in. And then Blomqvist in 6th. Marin in 7th.
Come here,
Krukov in 8th.
Oh, you left?
I
mean the track. You left the track.
Then in 9th.
Oh, wow.
But
no, Garrett's is 4th at my screen.
Yeah, Garrett's 4th.
Yeah, the guy in second had to stop on the last lap. He didn't make it.
Oh, no way.
1, 2, 4.
And he did it in
yeah.
I just take a pit stop.
I was with you guys. I just got shafted by this lap traffic.
Yeah, that was brutal.
I just couldn't. There was one guy who went off the track at turn 2.
Lap at best.
Came back on, pushed me to the left, and then defended into turn 3. A lap down. I'm just, what the hell?
I had similar. It was really bad.
like I'll leave it a day or two, but I'm going to put something in the forums about, I understand there's no blue flags, but you can't be defending when you're being lapped. If you're faster or you're not holding them up, fine. You don't have to jump out of the way. But the number of times that there was guys literally banging doors with cars up a lap, it's just not on.
What he was doing was just holding you guys up for Oulton. But either way, he still finished behind you guys. So
let's go around and do some donuts, Sam.
Yeah.
Where did you guys finish, John and Sam?
1-2.
Yeah. No way.
Yes.
Oh. This is probably one of the best evenings. Yeah. Wow.
I have about half a lap to get round. So
on the side. What did he come 5th?
Yeah.
Oh. Hit the wall on entry.
I'm donating for you, bro.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go across the grass here because I've no fuel.
I can still do it in pit lane though.
I can't believe I went those 2 races without mix.
Diesel has become really expensive recently, if anybody didn't know. So fuel saving seemed to be the quickest way to get around here.
Yeah.
Are you going to make it back to the pit, Ed? I may not. I might need to push you.
I probably will, yeah.
I'm
just thinking, Sam, if that timer doesn't time now, I might end up getting black flagged, so I'm just being careful.
That's why Oulton was going so slow. But
19 seconds.
It's because of that Krauthoff guy. He needed to pit because he was pushing him.
Alright guys, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a good one. Hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.